Start step-by-step talking. The overwhelming feeling arrived swiftly, a colossal mountain named English, daunting and unreachable. It loomed large, a language I desperately needed but seemed destined never to conquer, an impossible task. My heart sank, heavy with the weight of linguistic inadequacy and the profound sense of impending failure, truly a challenge. The silent despair, a whispered, "Why bother? Why you should not learn English," echoed in the quiet mornings. Every phoneme felt alien, each grammatical rule a twisted knot impossible to untangle, leading to sheer frustration. The sheer effort seemed disproportionate to any potential reward, fostering profound discouragement within me. English truly felt like an impenetrable fortress, its complex grammar rules a bewildering labyrinth designed to trap beginners. Pronunciation, a treacherous, muddy swamp, threatened to swallow every hopeful utterance, leaving me voiceless. The chasm between my aspirations and my current ability seemed vast and utterly insurmountable, causing deep anxiety. My daily day's struggle invariably began with a weighty dictionary, each unfamiliar word a stubborn stranger refusing to be remembered. Hours blurred into a frustrating haze of unproductivity, the sheer volume of new information overwhelming my fragile mind. I felt like Sisyphus, forever pushing a boulder of vocabulary up an endless hill. The frustration mounted steadily, a heavy, suffocating cloak draped over my once ambitious aspirations, stifling every nascent attempt. My tongue felt clumsy, my thoughts tangled, unable to form coherent sentences in this foreign tongue. Giving up seemed the only logical, albeit painful, option in this seemingly unwinnable battle. I watched friends chatting effortlessly in English, their conversations flowing like a gentle river, seemingly without effort. Meanwhile, I sat, a silent, awkward observer, longing desperately for participation, for even a single meaningful contribution. The isolation gnawed at me, highlighting my linguistic limitations and deepening my sense of inadequacy. This was my crushing reality, a world where expressing even the simplest of thoughts, let alone complex ideas, in English felt utterly impossible. The barrier was not just linguistic, it was emotional, preventing genuine connection. My confidence eroded daily, replaced by a profound sense of helplessness and silent, deep resignation. Then came an unexpected revelation, a tiny, flickering spark of unexpected hope amidst the vast darkness of my entrenched linguistic despair. It arrived subtly, an email notification, a link to a language learning community, offering an intriguing possibility. Perhaps there was still a pathway forward, a hidden door to progress. The link led to a simple online video, aptly titled, "Start Step-by-Step Talking," featuring a gentle, reassuring voice offering a refreshingly different perspective. The speaker exuded calm confidence, suggesting that fluency wasn't about rapid leaps. It was about consistent, small, manageable steps forward, building momentum gradually over time. It wasn't about achieving instant perfection, the insightful speaker explained patiently, but rather about embracing consistent, tiny steps forward daily. Each small effort, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributed to the larger goal. This philosophy resonated deeply, offering a beacon of hope where only frustration had previously existed. This was indeed a radically new way of learning English, one I hadn't considered, focusing intently on gradual, sustained progress, not immediate, daunting mastery. It emphasized building foundational skills incrementally, rather than attempting to absorb everything at once. This fresh approach transformed my entire outlook, inspiring renewed commitment. The very first step, they wisely advised, was simple, unadulterated immersion, listening intently to natural conversations wherever possible. Podcasts, movies, even overheard snippets became valuable tools for absorbing the language's rhythm. The goal was to acclimatize my ears, to let the sounds of English seep into my subconscious mind. My personal learning journey thus began with extensive English story reading, starting with very simple tales, then children's books, anything accessible. I focused on understanding the general plot, not every single word. This gentle introduction to narratives made the language less intimidating and more approachable for sustained engagement. I voraciously devoured countless narratives, diligently following each plot line, letting the words wash over me like a comforting tide. Slowly, I began absorbing their inherent rhythm and natural flow, the unique cadences of English. This passive, yet powerful, exposure laid crucial groundwork for active comprehension and future fluency. This remarkably gentle and patient approach slowly but surely peeled back layers of deep-seated apprehension and self-doubt. The language, once an intimidating monolithic entity, now appeared less daunting, more a mosaic of understandable elements. My fear began to dissipate, replaced by a growing sense of curious exploration and genuine interest. My daily routine, once a chaotic jumble of procrastination, subtly shifted. An hour specifically dedicated to stories became non-negotiable. This small, consistent investment of time began yielding truly unexpected and encouraging returns. The gradual progress became noticeable, a tangible sign that my efforts were indeed bearing fruit. Encouraged by these early successes, I started repeating entire phrases aloud, mimicking characters' intonations and expressions with growing confidence. I felt the English words on my tongue, articulating them, a physical connection to the language forming. This active vocalization was a critical step in developing my speaking ability. This marked my very first consistent attempt at talk in English, just one page per day, starting incredibly small but building crucial momentum. Whether reciting a page of dialogue or describing an image, the consistency mattered most. It was about creating a sustainable habit, not achieving instant, overwhelming perfection overnight. The encouraging voice in the video persisted, guiding me with practical advice. Let me tell you, talking tips, focusing on simple, actionable strategies. These weren't abstract theories but real-world techniques I could immediately implement. The tips felt incredibly empowering, transforming my approach to active language production effectively. One particular tip resonated deeply with my evolving understanding: how to think and speak by forming thoughts directly in English. This was a radical departure from my old habit of translating, which always slowed me down. It challenged me to bypass the native language intermediary entirely, aiming for direct processing. No more cumbersome, energy-draining translation from my native tongue. This mental shift felt incredibly liberating, yet undeniably challenging. It was like retraining my brain, forging new neural pathways for direct English cognition. The initial awkwardness was quickly outweighed by the sheer efficiency and clarity it offered. I began narrating my immediate surroundings internally, meticulously describing objects, actions, and observations entirely in English. The blue pen sits on the wooden desk, I'd think, or the clock ticks slowly. This constant internal monologue, clumsy at first, became a powerful tool for developing genuine fluency over time. This quiet, internal monologue, awkward and halting at first, gradually became a remarkably powerful tool for developing genuine fluency over time. My thoughts streamlined, my vocabulary expanded organically, and my sentence structures improved. It was like building a robust linguistic engine, brick by mental brick, through sustained effort. Another absolutely crucial tip addressed how to learn words effectively, moving far beyond mere rote memorization. It emphasized active engagement with new vocabulary, making it stick. The advice was to internalize, not just recall, which shifted my entire approach to expanding my linguistic repertoire and comprehension. Context, they emphasized, became absolutely key, encountering new vocabulary within compelling stories, understanding its subtle nuances. Instead of isolated definitions, words gained life, meaning, and emotional weight from their surrounding text. This organic learning approach solidified retention, making new words truly my own, readily available. I diligently created a dedicated vocabulary journal, not merely listing definitions, but actively writing down sentences where I encountered the new words. This personal application, coupled with active recall, reinforced my understanding significantly. Each entry was a step towards mastery, a testament to my commitment and progress. Every single new word learned felt like a tiny, significant victory, a precious brick added to the growing edifice of my English proficiency. The foundation strengthened daily, supported by consistent effort and strategic practice. My vocabulary blossomed, transforming from a sparse wasteland into a rich, fertile linguistic garden. The core focus remained steadfastly on talk in English just one page per day, a remarkably manageable, non-intimidating daily target. This consistent, small increment of practice eliminated the daunting feeling of overwhelmingness. It transformed the colossal task of language acquisition into a series of achievable, enjoyable daily victories. Whether it was reading a single page of my favorite English story aloud, writing a short, descriptive paragraph, or simply recounting a day's events to myself internally. The form didn't matter as much as the consistent, dedicated engagement. It was about touching the language, actively using it, every single day. This consistent practice, no matter how brief or seemingly insignificant, built an incredibly strong foundation, bit by painstaking bit. Like a persistent sculptor, I chipped away at my linguistic limitations, revealing the form of fluency beneath. Each small effort compounded, leading to remarkable and undeniable progress over time. As my confidence grew, I discovered a fascinating world of podcasts, specifically those focusing on Let's Talk in British English, whose charming cadence captivated me. The distinct accents, the nuanced humor, and unique idioms added a delightful new dimension to my already evolving learning journey. It was truly enchanting. The crisp pronunciations, the delightful variety of regional accents, and the unique idiomatic expressions utterly captivated me. It added an entirely new, culturally rich dimension to my language learning journey. This deep dive into British English brought me immense joy, making the process even more engaging and rewarding. I found myself mimicking accents constantly, sometimes poorly, perhaps even comically, but always with a growing sense of adventurous linguistic exploration. Every imitation, no matter how flawed, refined my ear and my pronunciation. It was a playful, uninhibited approach to perfecting my spoken English, full of genuine curiosity. My initial, daily day's struggle transformed from a heavy, dreaded burden into a structured, purposeful, and even enjoyable endeavor. The process became less about avoiding failure and more about embracing continuous growth. This shift in perspective was instrumental in maintaining my motivation and fostering sustained progress. Each unavoidable mistake, once a source of deep shame, now became a valuable lesson, a precious opportunity for growth. Every stutter, once a sign of embarrassing failure, was now merely an indication of genuine effort. This crucial mindset shift propelled me forward, eliminating crippling self-consciousness and promoting resilience. The paralyzing fear of speaking, once a formidable barrier, slowly but surely began to recede into the background. It was gradually replaced by a tentative, yet undeniable, sense of growing confidence. I no longer dreaded conversations. Instead, I sought them out, eager to apply my developing skills openly. I actively sought out opportunities to converse, starting cautiously with patient, understanding online conversation partners. We discussed simple topics, hobbies, daily routines, aspirations, gradually building comfort one interaction at a time. Each successful exchange bolstered my self-belief, pushing me closer to genuine fluency and connection. I vividly remembered the foundational advice: start step by step talking, emphasizing that even a single complete sentence was monumental progress. This simple truth freed me from the pressure of perfection, allowing me to celebrate every small victory. It transformed overwhelming tasks into achievable, daily micro-goals effortlessly. The journey, predictably, was not entirely without its inevitable setbacks and occasional periods of profound frustration. Days of utter exhaustion, moments of crippling self-doubt still occasionally crept in, threatening to derail my progress. However, I had developed resilience, a newfound ability to bounce back effectively. But the vivid memory of my initial, "why you should not learn English," despair, that feeling of utter hopelessness, powerfully fueled my unwavering persistence. I absolutely refused to return to that silent, isolated existence. This strong motivation propelled me forward, even through the most challenging phases of the learning curve. English story reading, once a mere learning tool, became my profound escape, a comforting world where words flowed freely and beautifully. It deeply inspired my own evolving voice, broadening my imagination. I found immense joy and solace within the intricate narratives, discovering profound connections to literature and language. I could now effortlessly follow complex plots, understand nuanced character motivations, feeling deeply connected to the stories and their profound messages. The narratives unfolded effortlessly before me, a testament to my sustained efforts. This mastery of comprehension was a deeply satisfying milestone in my linguistic journey. The way of learning English I had painstakingly discovered was deeply personal, tailored to my unique struggles, yet universally applicable. It championed consistency over intensity, progress over perfection, and joy over burden. This holistic approach fostered not just language acquisition, but a genuine love for the English language. It was fundamentally about finding immense joy in the intricate, ongoing process of learning, celebrating every small win along the arduous path. Never fearing the inevitable learning curve, but embracing it as an essential part of growth. This shift transformed the entire experience from a chore into a passionate pursuit. The phrase, "let me tell you talking tips," organically transformed into, "let me share my own personal talking journey," encouraging others. My experiences became a guide, a source of inspiration for those facing similar linguistic hurdles. I became a testament to the power of perseverance, a beacon of hope for beginners. My internal monologue, once awkward, halting, and fragmented, now flowed with remarkable ease and increasing fluency, a true mental symphony. Thoughts formed spontaneously in English, without the need for cumbersome translation. This natural, uninhibited cognitive process became the bedrock of my newfound linguistic confidence effectively. The goal of how to think and speak became second nature, thoughts naturally forming directly within the English language framework. It was an automatic process, a seamless transition, reflecting genuine fluency. This cognitive shift was perhaps the most significant victory, unlocking my mind's full linguistic potential completely. New words weren't just learned and temporarily memorized, they were deeply embraced, becoming integral, living parts of my constantly expanding vocabulary. They seamlessly integrated into my spoken and written expression, feeling completely natural. Each acquisition felt like a permanent enhancement, enriching my linguistic toolkit immeasurably. My unwavering commitment to talk in English just one page per day cultivated immense discipline and fostered steady, undeniable improvement. It was the simple, consistent habit that delivered extraordinary results over time. This daily ritual became my anchor, guiding me through the complexities of language mastery effectively. The British English accent, once a curious challenge, now felt incredibly comfortable, almost natural, like a second voice. Its unique sounds and rhythm became deeply ingrained, a part of my identity. I could switch between different accents, a playful display of my linguistic versatility and growing confidence. The quiet observer I once was had vanished completely, replaced by an active, confident participant, ready to engage wholeheartedly. I was no longer afraid to express myself, eager to connect with others, sharing ideas freely. The world truly opened up, offering countless opportunities for meaningful interaction and growth. My English journey, born from profound struggle and deep-seated frustration, had miraculously transformed into a powerful testament to consistent effort and unwavering hope. It was a narrative of perseverance, of overcoming seemingly insurmountable obstacles. This personal triumph became a source of immense pride and deep satisfaction. A voice once stifled was now found, clear and resonant, and an entire world once closed to me had completely opened. It proved that dedication, when combined with strategic learning and unwavering belief, truly unlocks limitless possibilities for all. Language was no longer a barrier, but a bridge to connection. Every single day brought fresh opportunities for application, for further refinement, making the language truly my own. The initial struggle seemed a distant memory, replaced by the joy of fluent expression and genuine communication. My English journey continues, a lifelong adventure of discovery and continuous improvement. Looking back, the transformation felt miraculous, from silent observer to confident speaker, from despair to delight. My journey underscores that commitment, even in small, daily increments, yields extraordinary results. Now, I embrace every conversation, every story, a testament to language's boundless, beautiful power.